Hi everyone, it's Deb Raven here from Life is What You Make It. Thank you for joining me here today with my little musings of offering some tips and some strategies and just some personal experiences or clients' experience that I think could benefit all of you who are taking the time to listen to me today. So, my company focuses on helping, supporting, and guiding women who are over the age of 50 into finding or creating work that they really, really love doing, kind of for their final chapter of their working life, for the next 10 or 15 years of their working life. And I think that this is a real problem for a lot of people because we have been conditioned as women just to settle. And I don't think that we should settle. And further to that point today, what I want to talk about is our heart, basically. So some of us women have held our heart so tightly. A lot of us for the majority of our life. And what I want to speak about today is that it would be nice if we could offer ourselves some grace and some love and some compassion. So during the last, however long it's been now, of this pandemic going on, 20 months or so of this pandemic, a lot of us have been shut down, shut in. We haven't been able to socialize with family, friends, maybe even coworkers. Again, being really put into a situation where maybe you're with a spouse or a partner or kids, and the relationships were already strained, and this has even caused more of a strain. And what I find that a lot of women, because we've had to be resilient and tenacious and resourceful, often putting our career on the back burner to maybe a spouse, or maybe because of taking care of kids, then maybe again at a later stage in our life taking care of elderly parents. We've conditioned ourselves to stuff everything in. And by stuffing everything in, time and time again, year after year, I think what the pandemic has done for a lot of people is that it's magnifying our feelings. And what I mean by that is that a lot of things that have been stuffed inside of us for the last 50 or 60 years, it's like a beach ball. You're pushing things down, trying to be the strong one, trying to be the resilient one, trying to be the adaptable one. And you push down a beach ball in water, pretend that you're playing in some water, and you push down that beach ball, and all of a sudden, boom, it has to come up. And that's what I feel is happening to a lot of people right now, is that in a lot of places in the world, there's a little bit more control on this pandemic, and we're learning to manage. I'm not saying it's gone away, but we're learning to be adaptable and to manage it. And a lot of those feelings are still kind of stuffed inside. And what I've noticed lately in talking to so many women every single week who are feeling really stuck and stagnant and unfulfilled in their job, a lot of it really a lot of it is because there's so many feelings there that they've never been allowed to express. And when I say allowed, I don't mean that somebody's standing there with a hammer. I just mean that they don't feel like they have been allowed because they've had to be the strong one. Maybe they're not in a supportive relationship, or maybe they're really scared of the feelings that are inside of them. And when we hold our heart so tightly, it has no room. It has no space to feel, to breathe, to cry. It's just being repressed all the time. And that's not good for any of us for many reasons: mental health, physical health, for sure. And when we have been living in feelings of fear and frustration and hope and anxiety and uncertainty, all of those feelings just kind of pile in on top of that. But it's going to pop up, and it may pop up and it may manifest in a way that's healthy, or more than likely in a way that's very unhealthy, trying to cope, trying to deal with your feelings. And what I've noticed is that a lot of women are settling in crappy jobs just because it's safe. Oh my goodness, I have a job. Oh my goodness, there's benefits. And they've really compromised their happiness because of that need for safety, of that need for comfort. And I get that. I mean, everybody wants to have certainty in terms of finances and stuff, but when you're doing work that is further jeopardizing your heart and that space in your heart, you are doing damage to your health. And everybody needs to hear this. I have said this so many times to women that I talk to on the phone. Well, I have to stay in this job that's killing me, and I'm so stressed out. I can't sleep. I'm overeating. I'm picking up junk food on the way home from work most days because I'm too exhausted to even cook. I'm not taking care of my health in terms of exercising because I just don't have any gas in the tank at the end of the day. This job is killing me, but I need to stay for the health benefits. And I go, there's something that's wrong here. We're staying in a job that's killing us so that we have health benefits in order to pay for the health concerns that it's actually cost us. And so when I often reflect that back to women, it can be a scary thing because it's unconventional. It's an unconventional way of thinking. Oh, yes, we all need health benefits. And I'm not arguing that point. You know, having security in your health and your well-being is very important. But if you are truly killing yourself and jeopardizing your health in order to have health benefits, that makes no sense to me. And so this beach ball, these feelings that just kind of keep coming up and bubbling up, there's so much going on that really we're just trying to manage it. And our job is just one piece of it. The work that we do is just one piece of our life. There's these other things like I talked about, health and relationships and fun and fitness and hobbies and entertainment and friends. There's all those other things. But if we don't have space in our hearts, if we don't have energy in our body in order to be able to do those things, then we need to find a way to kind of get that beach ball to come up. We need to find a way to express ourselves. Because with so much going on and we're just trying to manage, I feel that we need to give a voice to these feelings now. It doesn't mean that you need to go and stand on top of the Eiffel Tower and declare it. But it just means that we need to give ourselves some compassion and some love so that we can allow these feelings to come up. And that could even look like 2 minutes of, I don't know, the sky is falling. Oh, the sky is falling, and take your little hissy fit and yell and scream or pound on a pillow or whatever it is that you need to do. When these feelings come up of anger, frustration, of fear, of worry, whatever the emotion is, allow that to come up and feel it. It's that beach ball. It's trying to tell you something. Have your little 2 minutes of the sky is falling, whatever that looks like. Acknowledge these feelings that are coming, because every time you let a little bit of that release, a little bit of that beach ball come up, you're opening up your heart more. And as you open up your heart more, you're more able to give, but you're more able to receive. And when we release that valve just a little bit and these repressed feelings come up, there's a lot of anger and worry and frustration in this world right now. Let that come up. But then have your 2 minutes and then step into the identity of who it is that you want to be. So if you've been living in that place of having your feelings locked up, that heart armor on, so to speak, being closed up, settling in your work, settling in your relationship, settling in your health. Oh, I'm 50 now. That's just what a 50-year-old looks like. Oh, I'm 50 now. Of course my energy is going to be compromised. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. You should be looking and feeling just as good as you were when you were 30. And you can be doing that. But if all of these repressed feelings are not allowed to come out, we don't have the room for that. We just really don't. So allow these feelings to come up, acknowledge them, but then step into who you want to be. And what I mean by that is, okay, I got all that anger and frustration out. What I really want to be is I want to be joyful. I really want to be joyful or playful. I want to show up to my partner or my relationship or my kids being light and playful. Step into that. Have that vision of, instead of being tight and taut and kind of that masculine energy, step into who's that person that you want to be. Maybe allowing a little grace and a little compassion into your life is going to allow a little bit more of that joy. And remind yourself, this isn't a one and done thing. This is a reminder every single day of who it is that you want to be and how you want to show up in your life, in all areas of your life. It's a decision, but we have to let go and we have to open before we can receive. So please, everyone, give yourself a little grace, show yourself a little love, show yourself some compassion, acknowledge those feelings. If you need to let something out, then you let it out. But then just remind yourself of who it is that you want to be instead. That's it for today. Hopefully this resonated with somebody out there. I always feel like I'm giving these messages, and if just one person connects with that, then I feel really happy and grateful about that, and my heart is happy. If you would like to chat a little bit further about how you too could create or find work that really lights you up and lights a fire underneath you and really gets you excited in the morning to wake up and go to work, doing impactful, purposeful work, you're welcome to book a free 45-minute breakthrough call with me just to figure out if we can help you out in any way, shape, or form, or at least point you in the right direction of steps that you could be taking to do just that. Excuse me. So if you want to do that, please go to my calendar page, which can be found at debraven.com/apply. Just hit that button there. You'll be asked to fill out a short application process, and just do that, and we'll talk to you at the time that you booked. And this call is absolutely free. This call, there's no obligations. This is what I do. I provide a service, and if I can help you, I'll show you what that looks like. And if not, I am the first to tell you that as well. Anyways, much love to everybody, much compassion and grace from me to you, and we'll talk to you soon.